Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you didn't press record at all.
Oh no, I hit the other.
I didn't want to have to hear that song again.
Yeah, because Guns N' Roses, come on.
It wasn't a good Guns N' Roses song though.
That's
play a better one.
I could have. I usually play November Rain.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, which one do you like?
Paradise City.
Oh, no, you see now you're cooking with grease, Anna.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Now I'm cooking with Villa Cappelli olive oil.
See, now if I play it, Bill's got to go and cut it out.
No, don't play it. Don't play it. Don't play it.
Are you sure? I mean,
yeah.
Bill gets really busy, and I don't know if I should do this. And,
well, then I get the texts about your music choices. So.
I will be listening to that after this podcast. I'm going to listen to that whole album, Use Your Illusion 2. That's what I think that was on Use Your Illusion 2, which is also known as their greatest hits.
That's true.
Yeah. Anna, you're sitting next to a guy with no hair on his head.
Yeah.
What the F?
I got my father-in-law. I got Big Al Tarquinio here. He's not that big anymore. Al, you're not that big anymore.
Big Al.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I listen to Anna and Vinnie royally and loyally, and so therefore here I am.
I dragged you on the show.
Bald and trim.
By the way, Al has been on the show.
Bald and trim.
Yeah. He's been on the show before. We used to get Al on back when we couldn't get any other guests.
That's right.
And we were
I think the same could be said for today.
Yeah.
I was walking by. She dragged me.
I was like, get in here. There's a chair and a microphone. Sit down.
Sit down. Talk to
It's Vinny. You guys are friends. You'll work it out.
You know what? Al and I have done little consults and everything. Over the years, Al has gotten healthy, right?
I have.
Tell me about it.
I'm getting healthier as of yesterday because I tasted your decaf coffee, and I will now be ordering it in lieu of Starbucks. So I was very impressed.
This is true. He would not say that. But let me tell you, we've had long conversations about it already in the past 24 hours. Is your Swiss Mountain Decaf.
Really?
And yes. I told him about the Swiss water process as opposed to blasting it with chemicals.
So Al, no kidding. You're not just saying that to blow smoke up my ass. You really
I
like
don't blow smoke. What you see is what you get. I'm an open book.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if it sucked.
Not
right on the air.
Not on the show. Tell me off the show. But since
right on the show.
Yeah. No, he would say it on the show.
Hey, Vinny, your coffee sucks. What do you want to talk about?
Let's move on to the next subject.
No, but Al, we talked about that. I did not want to do a decaf for years. I made a decree at my own company. I said, I will never do a decaf, but so many people were begging for the decaf that I looked into these water processes, and the Swiss water process was the premier one that you can do. Right. And started looking into that because, as it turns out, coffee is very healthy for you, but some people have a little trouble with the caffeine. It keeps them up, or it'll make them nervous, or hypertension, or whatever. But if you do it correctly, because basically you can chemically remove the caffeine, and you're also chemically removing some of the taste and some of the good side of coffee.
Right.
And what we figured out is by doing this, you can still keep in all of the other stuff. As it turns out, coffee is actually heart healthy. And now, Anna, was it you and me who talked on a Friday show about it being good for your liver, or was that me?
Yes,
and
we did.
I wasn't sure.
That's this past Friday's show that just came out.
Yeah, they just keep finding out more and more that the attributes of coffee. And I've been yelling about that for years. It's like, why? As you know, Al, I'm one of those guys. You've been teaching in college your entire life. I'm just infinitely curious, right? And my deal is, when someone says coffee's bad, and I'm 12 years old, I'm going, why? And they're going, because it's bad for you. And I'm still saying, why?
Why?
And they're, if you can't give me an answer other than it's bad for me, I guess you can make the same argument about cocaine. It's like, how can it be bad? It makes me feel so good, right?
Well, I feel a lot better today because I morphed from caffeinated to decaffeinated coffee years ago as a sacrifice at Lent. I didn't want to cut out coffee and go cold turkey. So I said, I know what I'll do. I'll go from caffeinated to decaffeinated, and I've never been back since. And I'm hyper enough so that I don't need the caffeine.
I can't imagine you caffeinated.
No, I would be a maniac depressive.
You would be a maniac depressive. That's what my mother-in-law calls them, maniac depressives.
Al, when I was 19, I was in college and I had a girlfriend, and I was still playing along as a Catholic. And Lent came around, I had to give something up. And I was like, God, I gotta give something up. And by the way, I was barely hanging on to Catholicism only because of my mother. Right? I wasn't scared of God. I was scared of her. And I'm mulling around. I was like, I got to give some. And every year I would give up something that was really difficult to give up. I didn't just like mail it in, right? I've always been into endurance and really making something feel like something. You know, my whole life is, how do you make it feel like something, right? And I went, okay, I'm going to give up sex with my girlfriend. For 40 days. And
you were young.
I was 19.
Ooh.
19-year-old Italian. And I'm making this decree. And I guess I didn't think through it all the way. On day 2, I was about to go out of my mind. On day 3, I'm pretty sure I lost my mind. On day 4, I've never had this happen to me before, but we were in spring practice in football. I literally had a linebacker coach tell me I need to crack it back a level. That's how bad it got. And then my girlfriend said, I'm Episcopalian. And I said, okay. And she goes, this crazy thing you came up with is also affecting me. And I went, aha.
Loophole.
I'm out.
That's literally the raison d'etre of the Episcopalian Church, is to create a loophole for Catholics.
That's right. Or any other religion.
Yeah.
But why were you so cerebral about your sacrifice? Why not just go from coffee without milk?
Yeah.
because Al, for me, you know, even though I was hanging on to Catholicism by a thread.
Yes.
Everything I've ever done in my life is, if I can't feel it, it's not worth it. Right. And that's the reason I've never smoked a joint in my life. I've never tried marijuana, because I would have to become the best drug addict there is. I couldn't just enjoy a joint at a concert. I would have to be, I would be the best. Name someone. I would be
someone who's great at being high.
I would the Chong. I would be the Tommy Chong of pot.
Yes.
You know, I couldn't stop halfway.
Right.
And then I would have gone into other drugs. So I know that about myself. It's how I became an ultra athlete. It's how I've done everything in my life. Anna knows this about me. I'm not good enough. I'll give you a real life example. We had been podcasting for 2 weeks. And I looked up to see who was the #1 podcaster in the world. And I said to Anna, I looked up who the #1 podcaster in the world is. And it turns out it's a guy named Adam Carolla. I didn't know much about Adam. And I said, I know that your husband knows Jimmy Kimmel. And I also read that they had a show called The Man Show. And you must get your husband to call Jimmy Kimmel to tell his friend Adam Carolla that I need to be on that show to promote my show. Is that a true statement, Anna?
Yes. And then you were also like, Dr. Drew, and Dr. Drew's on Adam Carolla. So call Dr. Drew.
Yeah. You know, that's the way I am.
And what did I tell you, Vinny?
You're crazy. You don't just.
No, I didn't say you're crazy. I said, let it grow a little organically before we go pulling out those favors. You want to use the favors at the right time, make the ask at the right time. But you're like, no, we're going to do this.
We're doing this tomorrow.
Like, maybe let it be longer than 2 weeks.
I've learned about
even
the man
2 months.
On the Man. He was the Man Show guy. I had seen one Man Show. My nephew.
Well, that was a
even
good
told
show.
me-
I enjoyed that show.
Yeah, I still want to go back and watch those episodes. You know,
I don't know if it would hold up.
who knows?
Who knows?
If you can't get a hold of Adam, he's hanging around Fox News quite a bit.
I'll find him. No, but you don't understand.
He's a regular on the.
I'm
On
a
the show
regular
now.
on the show now, Al.
I'm going to tell you that your motivation should be that I should tell you that it would be bad for you to be the #1 podcaster. And you'd say, why? And I'd say, I don't know, but it's bad. And you would really go over the top.
You know what?
That's right.
I
It's
need
bad
to
for
go-
you to be the #1
I need to
podcaster.
become Joe Rogan. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's my next move. But that's the way I am, Al. You tell me, you know, whenever I do anything, I'll go, okay, what's the best? How do you get there? How do you get to the top? What's at the top? And somehow through, I don't know, sheer determination. It actually happened without me doing a whole lot. My friend Adam Howie Mandel, I'm name dropping a lot here.
You
But-
really are.
Howie Mandel was doing something with Adam Carolla. He goes, you know, my trainer does a podcast and it's really good. You should have him on. And Adam meant to have me on, but forgot. And then I did a show with Chris Loxamana, and Chris somehow remembered something or mentioned something to Adam. Next thing you know, I'm on the show, and I've been a regular now for 6 years. On the show.
Congratulations. I have a question. I want to loop back to you sacrificing sex when you were 19 years old, not for God, but for your mother.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, did you admit to her what your sacrifice was?
I probably did.
Okay. And how did you get out of that and saying, I've given it up?
Somehow, as an Italian mother, she
Oh, no,
understood.
no. Vinny, you can't give that up for Lent. Vinny, no.
Vinny.
He does a good Maria, and he's never
He
heard
doesn't
her.
even know Marie, and he
Yeah.
does her.
Vinny Vici, you're going to go to hell.
No, she actually kind of understood, and she said, you better give something else up pretty quickly. And so I castrated myself. No, I can't remember what I gave up. I probably went with something stupid like you know, chocolate or something like that. You know,
It's bad to castrate yourself. It's no good for you.
no, I still got them both. I got all three of them, Al. I got three. Most guys have the two. I have three.
Thanks for talking about your balls when my father-in-law's on. Just wanted to put that out there.
Al understands. You know,
Yeah.
you know what? You know, this is so funny. 1 year for Lent, I gave up all ice cream, pizza, or anything sweet. This was long before NSNG. We're talking 1983 or 84. And that was one of my early times of realizing that you feel better when you don't eat that junk. That was early on before I was still in college. And that was probably the last year of me doing Lent at all. As a matter of fact, I announced to my parents that I was going agnostic. And then the next year, I still went and got the ashes. And my mom goes, oh, thank God you got the ashes. And I thought quickly, and I went, no, Mom, I went to a strip joint, and one of the strippers put a cigarette out on my head. And she said, what did she say, Anna?
Oh, no, Vinny.
My poor mother. You know what? Belcampo.
Yeah.
Belcampo. Have you given Big Al any Belcampo yet, Anna?
No. I'm going to show you this website, Al.
Oh, you got to see this. This is part of the
Belcampo
ad.
is one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
And they sell the meats online.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Look at that. Are you dying over there, Al?
Oh,
Look, it's
yeah.
a little drool. Al, mop up your lip a little bit. You're drooling over there.
Look at that.
Look
hold
at,
on.
Oh my God. Look at the
Let's-
bacon.
I
Even
know.
pork.
Look at
This is like, oh, never mind. I was about to say something.
that.
You can't.
It's
Let me
food
tell you
porn.
something. It's food porn.
It is.
Belcampo is that good. Belcampo.com, folks. We had a 20% discount on first time, and they finally figured out they let it go a little too long because they weren't making money. They were
Right.
just trying to get people in the door. So they came back. They called me a couple of weeks ago, and they said, "Van, look, we're going to drop you to 10%." And I said, "No. No, we got to make it hurt, Belcampo. We got to give these people. How about 15% every time. And they said, okay, but if they do a subscription, since it's already discounted, they only get the discount the first time on a subscription, but then it goes to regular price. I said, but what about if they just keep coming in? They'll keep giving you the 15%. They guarantee this for a month. So go buy up. I'm going to see if I can get another month. And a month after that, folks, 15% off, promo code Vinnie, VINNIE, no wimpy Y, promo code Vinnie, Belcampo. Go do that right now. I know what you're thinking. Oh, I'll wait till the end of the show.
Action is the only truth. Action is the only truth, folks.
Exactly. Action is the only truth. Belcampo.com. Go there. Promo code Vinnie, VINNIE. Belcampo is spelled B as in boy, ELCAMPO.com. Belcampo, promo code Vinnie, no wimpy Y. Go do it right now. Okay.
I'm signing up, and also for your coffee.
Oh, look
That's
at me.
a promise.
I'm rich, Anna. I'm going to be rich. Between Belcampo and Al buying my
That's
coffee.
right.
My God.
Book the cruise. Book
and
the
your
cruise.
and your
See,
vitamins.
take that, Joe Rogan.
I think he said vitamins.
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 Al, remind the audience quickly about your story about your thyroid cancer. How long ago was that? 2014?
2013.
2013. That's a while back.
I lost 100 pounds, and I said, this is a great diet. And I said, there's something wrong. I'm shaking. My eyes are starting to bulge. I think I better go get checked out. And they said, we better do a biopsy. And we think you have cancer. I said, take the whole thing. I said, if you're going to stick a needle in one spot and you don't find cancer, what good is that? Take it out. So I've been on, I started my treatments 3 months after, because I just started teaching at the university in my retirement. I didn't want to miss a day. And I'm clean. Every time I go back, they said, well, you can come back in 5 years. I said, no, I'll come back next year. They said, do you mind? I says, no. What do I mind? I drive 15 miles. You look at me, you do a little test, and I feel good. So that was a passage in time. But Vinnie, what I had never compared to your bout of cancer. I mean,
no, you can't look at cancer that way. Cancer is its own misery, right? Yes. And Al, you reminded me of that movie with Dom DeLuise and Burt Reynolds called The End, where Burt goes in to visit his doctor, and the doctor goes, you're going to die in a few months. And Burt goes, I just thought I'd found a great way to lose weight.
I had people tell me, oh, you have thyroid cancer. That's the good cancer. I'm going, oh, really?
Oh, there's a good one.
It's because it's my body and not yours. It's good cancer.
Yeah, you got the good one. It's like when people go, oh, you caught your prostate cancer early. That's good. No, cancer is never good.
No.
Right? Yeah, boy. Al reminded me of this song. Bill, I'm so sorry, bro, but I gotta do my thing, man.
When he scrubs that out, it's just gonna be a long ass song.
Yeah, just Bill, try to make it look good, man. I'm sorry, but that's one of those tunes. Matt was telling me, can you imagine? You're that young Asian kid learning how to play the fiddle your whole life, and your mom is there making you practice 4 hours a day, and your big break is playing your fiddle in an Aerosmith song.
Great.
Yeah, that's the way it works. But Al didn't want to miss a thing, folks. And I love that kind of tenacity, Anna, where here he is, he's retired. He can sit on his ass and do nothing, right, Al? You get this job, you're teaching, and then, you don't want to miss it, right?
I turned 80 in March, and people keep saying to me, when are you going to give it up? And I go, give what up? It's what I enjoy doing. And the postscript to that cancer is I tell all my students at the beginning of the semester, and I put it into the syllabi, that I don't accept Sniffles as an excuse for cutting class. If I didn't cut a class, if I didn't miss a class with cancer, I don't accept you had the Sniffles. So action is the only truth.
I have the Sniffles right now, and look what I'm doing. Am I doing good, Al?
You got an A.
Thank you.
You got an A.
See?
Al even said,
It's easier to get an A from Al than it is to get an A from Vinny for doing the impression of his mother.
you know, even Al said, look, you got COVID-19, you come in here, unless you're on the respirator, you're in here.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. It's the way Al rolls, man.
That's right.
Well, Vinny, that's life, isn't it? I mean, you know, there's no coddling. It's,
You know
life
what?
doesn't coddle.
No, life sucks. And then you die. You know, and all we're trying to do here in life, all we're trying to do is help each other. That's
Exactly.
my religion. That's my politics. That's my everything. I don't care who you believe in, who you follow, which team you like, what you're doing, nothing. We're here. We got to help each other. That's it. That's religion. That's God. That's everything to me. That's my spirituality. And, you know, as I always tell Serena, you know, whenever you look at an animal, you got a dog, you got a horse, you got a cat, what have you, right? They're always learning something. Make what they're learning positive. And it's the same with humans or anything else. Just make the learning positive. You know, you have a swimming pool, whenever it's crystal clear, it's already turning back the other way, right? Nothing stays, everything keeps moving, and you have to move with it. I say the same thing with diet all the time, Al. You know, people, you know, I remember when I first started my career helping people lose weight and get in shape, and they would say to me on day one, how long do you think it's going to take me to get back down to 135 pounds?
Right.
And I would go, I got to go. And I go, wait, you just got here. Are you leaving? When are you coming back? It's like, I'm not coming back. I'm leaving. And I go, whoa, what did I do? It's like, you're not interested in being healthy. You're interested in losing weight. And you think there's going to be a magical number that you're going to get down to, and I'll get you to that number. And what are you going to do? Go out and start partying? You're going to start eating chocolate cake? This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get there on the day you hit that goal. And that's what happens in Weight Watchers. Yeah, we'll get you down to 179 pounds. You'll be at your pot. What are you going to do? Stop that day? You're going to go back in the other direction? It doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. If you're still alive, if you're still breathing, you still have cells in your body that's activated, guess what? You're either winning or losing. You're never right there in the middle, status quo, nothing's happening. That doesn't happen. You're going in one direction. It's either good or it's bad. There is no in between. What say you, Al?
I agree with you. You know, you drop 100 pounds and you say, all of a sudden I've reached my goal. Now I'm going out and eat a 10,000 calorie dinner. Like, you haven't changed your behavior. You haven't changed your mental attitude. Hey, by the way, can I ask you a personal question, Vinny?
Sure. Everyone else does.
How do you like Seville, Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia?
I love it here. I love it here. The people are nice. I've met some wonderful people. I live in a cul-de-sac, and the house right next door, the guy has 4 kids. He and his wife have 4 kids, 4 boys. Now, you have 3 boys or 4? What are you?
3 sons.
3 sons.
Lauren is my oldest.
And probably the favorite, right?
Number one
son.
in my heart and in the program.
Yeah, you see, I'm number 2. I'm number 2, Al. And I cannot get the love I need from my mom, man. I keep trying.
Still trying.
It's rough.
You mentioned Serena. She's your wife?
Yeah.
Then go for her love. Don't worry about being number 2. Be number 1.
I can't get that either. She's got a daughter.
Oh, no. You're not number 1 with Serena.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm even on the list.
No, you're on the list.
We need to have an intervention with you, Vinny.
He's looking for love in all the wrong places.
No, we're talking about Seville. I got these people right down the street. They have 4 boys, and I'm one of 4 boys. And every day I see them in the street. I shoot baskets with them and the whole thing. And I have a pool. I didn't want a pool, but the house came with, so I have a pool. And I'm not going to go swimming in the pool, but I get those kids every day. You get one of your parents over here, the pool is yours. And they're back there every day and they're swimming.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
I love my neighborhood. I love the neighbors.
Are you in town, Vinny?
Yeah, I'm in the town.
What street are you on, or cul-de-sac?
Well,
name?
he shouldn't say that on
I can't
the air.
say that.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you after.
You got some crazies listening.
Yeah.
They might show up at the pool.
That's true. Bring your parents, folks.
Yeah.
You could go swim in Vinnie's pool.
Yeah, there's a guy he's 30 years old. He shows up with an 18-year-old girl and he says, "This is my mother." Hey, Vinnie, I almost bought a house on Lake Monticello.
You did?
I almost did. And the guy was playing games with me in terms of, well, he wanted this amount. And I said, okay, I'll give it to you. And then, well, I want this much more. And I said, you know what? You're not ready, buddy. Don't play head games with me. Okay. Don't mind game with me. I walked away, but it was a beautiful area.
So you wanted to live in this area?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of a glorious place. You know, we landed here because Serena's daughter, my stepdaughter, went to school here. So we started visiting, and every time we had to get on the plane to go back to California, we got depressed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Anna could tell you the same thing. LA just kind of became a thing. You know, it's like we all went there to kind of, we had goals in life and everything, and you start hitting those goals, and it turns out that you still can't really afford anything. And you're still kind of renting a life. And then sadly, the homeless situation just got really bad. And
Sure.
You start wondering and I feel bad for the homeless people, but you start going, well, everything I worked for is in this house, and the value of this house is starting to go in the wrong direction. What do we do? What do we do? Do we sink with the ship, or do we do something? And we loved it here. And we took a big chance.
Well, it's a beautiful area to topography wise, and then to be in a college town and take advantage of all of the arts and culture offered by a great university. And I liked what you said. You said in Los Angeles, you were renting your life. In Charlottesville, you own your life.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to quote that. I'm going to take credit for that, Anna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to steal a lot of what Vinnie says and take credit for it.
Yeah. But he's recording this.
Nobody will know.
Nobody listens.
Know.
All right.
Nobody listens to this.
It's mine.
So yeah, it's yours. But yeah, that's the way I felt. I was there for 30 years and scratched and clawed my way right to the middle. And
you did it though. I mean, that's the thing, is that like, I think a lot of people really want to glamorize what Los Angeles means and making it in the business. And it's not by any means a one-horse town, but anybody who's working in entertainment, it is a one-horse town. It's also very strong for aviation and engineering, but that's a whole other, we don't cross paths with those smart people. We have a different kind of brain in the entertainment industry, but like there comes a certain point where like, okay, I did this, I made a living. And that's what's kind of unsung about Los Angeles, is the people who make a living make up the majority of the business there. And because everyone wants to be like, oh, you were on TV. Did you make $1 million when you were on that show? No, far from it.
Yeah.
Like and in fact, it's filled with a lot of creative potential for sure. And a lot of great stuff makes it. A lot of wonderful people work in the business, but also a lot of crazy people. And so if there's a way to say like, okay, I did it, now I'm going to have a new adventure. And by the way, you and I starting this many, many years ago, 10 years ago, I feel like was like the start of shifting for both of us in our own ways.
Yeah. It was because, as you know, for me, before the internet was a thing, Hollywood would come a calling, for me to do infomercials, Al. I was a fitness guy, and they were, oh, you look a certain way, and, you have abs, and, we want you to do the infomercial for the ab rocket or the ab rocker or the ab, and I was like, okay, that sounds great. How much? Oh, I'll get a lot of money. Oh, that sounds good. And then they would send me the product to use for a while to see how it worked. And usually number one, the product never did what they said. And when a simple sit-up works better than the product they send you, they're going to say in the ad, this works 80% better than doing sit-ups. You're sitting there going, well, I'm going to lie. And in my mind, I came from a small town in the South. It was like all of my friends, my family, they're going to see me on television lying. And it just didn't sit with me.
Yeah. Marketing, they call that puffery. Puffery. This cleans 99.99% better than the next guy who does it 99.98. It's puffery.
Yeah.
And then, well, you're holding true to your value system. God bless you.
But you know what, Al, at some point I sat around and I said, you know what? Why do I have these stupid values? I mean, maybe I should. I'm going to tell you, there were a lot of times where, Guthrie Ranker and some of these companies came a calling, big infomercial companies. And I was like, I just need to do this, because I would watch all these other fitness experts get their big shot at it. And I would just turn it down because I couldn't tell a lie. And the other problem is they wanted to own my name. Right. I'm glad I never did that. They sign you up as a fitness expert and they would own the name Vinnie Tortorich. Right. Now, the name Vinnie Tortorich didn't mean anything at the time. And I was willing to sign that over, gladly sign it over, because I was going to make a lot of money. The problem with that was that I would have attorneys tell me, my attorneys say, if you ever make it big, you can never use the name Vinnie Tortorich. And I couldn't foresee the future. I couldn't see the internet. I couldn't see any of this.
If you could, talk about being a soothsayer.
Yeah, then you'd be much richer than you are today.
Yes, you would. We wouldn't be talking to you.
No,
I wouldn't. If I was
wouldn't mess
richer
with
than I am
us.
now, Al, you would be the first person I would stop talking to. So Al, off the list. And my mom, who likes my brother Michael better than me, done.
For sure, she does like Michael better.
And I don't care what my ranking is. Number 2, I don't care.
Hey,
Vinny, one thing about Seville that I got to know and a lot of other different places, when I was running half the country for a strategic business unit for Xerox, I was on the road 4 nights a week. And I got so tired of staying in hotels. Yeah, I would stay at the finest hotels in concierge. I got tired of it. I hated it. I started staying in bed and breakfast. And there was one in particular outside of Charlottesville over in Zion's Crossroad. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on the air or anything like that.
Sure, why not?
They had all the bed and breakfast and get a great breakfast and dinner. And it was just a pleasure to meet different travelers from all over the country. It was more intimate and safer and in rural areas. And you really got into the topography and the country and the culture. And so whether it was upstate New York or Virginia or the rural area of Pennsylvania, bed and breakfast was the way I go. I gave up a lot of frequent mileage points in free rooms at Marriott's and what have you. But I used to go over to the Prospect Hill Farm, and what a tremendous dinner. They'd greet you at the door, have a glass of wine for you, a great meal. And I don't even know if they're still in business, but check them out. And maybe, hey, they might want to sponsor you. But it's a great little place about 12 miles east of Seville.
I know where that is. I know where it is. It's,
Prospect Hill Farm. Yeah.
I'll tell you something else I find very interesting. And Anna, I promise we'll start the podcast that, we'll get into
I'm gonna have to get out of your hair. You've got an agenda.
But let me just say this. Last night I was kayaking with Dave the kayaker, and we came across this group. They go out every Wednesday in their kayaks whenever it's warm enough. I think they go out, some of them during the winter too. They call themselves the something yacht. I want to say the Charlottesville Yacht Club. And just a bunch of folks go out in their kayaks. They kayak about a quarter of a mile away from where they start. And then they kind of all group together with their kayaks, tie them together, and pull out everything from pizza to fried chicken and what have you. And we were coming back because we were doing a whole training routine last night, right? We were coming back, and we pulled up to the kayak club, the yacht club. And we were like, well, how long are you guys going to be out here? Yeah. It's like, oh, we're going to be out here as a full moon tonight. We're going to all hang out. And I'm like, I remember paddling away 10 minutes later going, none of this would ever happen in LA. None of this can happen. No, all we did, Anna, think about that. All we did was work night and day. And we were already getting ready for the next day. And you're always on a freeway and you're always doing something. And here are these people, just loving life and looking around going, we're just going to sit out here and eat fried chicken and watch the moon. Like, wow.
Is that the river? Is that the Ravenna River flows through Charlottesville? Where were you?
Yeah, it does. We were on that part right before the dam.
Okay.
because they have a dam, and then and then it drops off after that. But yeah, the Ravana. We were on the Ravana, and it's just great here. It's really kind of a perfect place. So I'm glad I landed here. Anyway, there you have it.
Well, good to talk to you.
You too, man. You look great too.
And by the way, Al, you look great too.
Thank you, Anna. So do you.
Oh my God, thanks.
We all
Okay,
look.
are we done with all the self adulation and congratulating each other?
Yeah.
All looking great.
Yeah, because I want to talk about something that makes me very angry.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
May I just stay for this one, or
Yeah.
is it about me?
Yeah.
Unless
No. It's not about my house guests.
It's
No.
like, go on, Anna.
But I will. Let me share a bit of good news. I'm going to do something positive first.
Okay.
We just got into our first grocery store in the Los Angeles area. It's an independent market in Pasadena called Grassroots 1968. Apparently it's a band, but it's also a market in Pasadena on Fair Avenue. So I'm going to be there on July 3rd doing sampling the sauce and doing a demo. And y'all in the LA area better come out and support, because this is my first time back. Don't bring any germs. I intend not to bring germs either, but we will say hello. Come and say hello. I'm
Big
really
Al
excited
says,
to do
if you got the sniffles, show up.
That's right. And life doesn't excuse sniffles. Go ahead, Anna.
But Anna Vocino does excuse sniffles if she's going to catch something from you. No, I do. I actually feel like Lucy brought something on the plane, and now I'm feeling it. But Vinny, so you know I tried this Aura ring, right? Which is, I don't get it. I'll be honest with you guys. If anybody wants to buy an Aura ring, have at it. But I don't get it. I don't get what
Explain to the uninitiated, Anna, what the Aura ring is.
It's this contraption, which, I changed fingers on it, but it's tracks your resting heart rate, your heart rate variability. I bought it for, I understand that my sleep is pretty messed up. So I bought it to be able to track my sleep, maybe see what's going on. It will tell you how much time you spent in REM sleep, how much time in deep sleep, how much time you're awake. Last night was a crazy diagram where it was like all dots, because it was like awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep, and then like 1 hour of sleeping, and then like awake, asleep, awake, asleep. So I bought it for that. And I was a little bummed to find out that it doesn't track exercise. So I just been using the Zone 2 app. And as you know, I finished my day 25 of my 30 minutes on the bike challenge today. And I kind of wanted to just track and see what's going on. And I guess it's a cool contraption. It's kind of lost on me, I'll be honest with you. But this morning it was like, some mornings I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, I'm so tired, I didn't sleep well. And it's like, congrats, your ready score is 90. And I'm like, how is that possible? And then I have coffee, and then I'm like, okay, now my ready score is 90. But I've been doing this Aura ring, and the thing that I have found interesting is I haven't tracked calorie expenditure in a very long time, because we don't really track anything.
Right.
NSNG.
Right.
However, this thing does, because it's part of how it does your score.
Wait, can I ask a question early on here?
Yeah.
You need to explain to me and the audience.
Yeah.
Is there any efficacy behind this product, or is it just one of those, it's on Instagram being advertised to hell? How does the Aura ring work?
It has sensors in the ring, and it tracks your heart rate and your basal, not your basal metabolic, your what's it called? Your resting heart rate. Like, for example, last night I felt like I was coming down with, usually when my resting heart rate's around 60 to 62. And it was 71 last night because I felt like I was coming down with something. So it tracks things like that. It's, again, for what you pay for it, I don't understand. Like, I don't care. I could just track it on a thing. Like the ring.
How's it figuring out your REM sleep and everything else?
I don't know. I guess based on, first of all, movement as well as heart rate variability.
Might be
I don't
puffery.
know.
Might be puffery.
It might be
Anna.
puffery. I don't know. But
See,
here's
I'm
what I'm
not
getting
buying
to.
it. I'm
It's
not
probably
buying it.
bullshit. That's why I'm telling you guys, if you're interested, get it. But you don't. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I don't think that it's necessary at all. But everybody wants to track their shit these days. And I probably should have just spent the money on an Apple Watch, but they're so damn ugly, I didn't want one.
Okay, but
and by the way, they're like, you won't even feel it on your hand. I totally feel it. I hate wearing jewelry. I don't know why I bought it. Like, it has more cons than pros for me. But this is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something else that what it brought up is that it said my basal metabolic rate was 1,450 calories. Right, that's what I would just at minimum burn during the day. Right. And so it reminded me of those apps that say like, okay, well then you need to eat 1,250 calories that day if you want to lose 1 pound of fat a week or whatever it is. You know how it does it like that? Yeah. And we don't do that. We don't track calories and we just do NSNG. And
that would be calorie in, calorie out anyway.
That would be calorie in, calorie out. We don't do that. And so I found it interesting that it's somewhere I average somewhere between 2,600 and 2,800 calories expended a day, right? Because it basically takes a week for it to kind of track what you're doing. And then you input the things that you're doing. And okay. So, and it's funny, I was like, well, that's an interesting basal metabolic rate. Imagine if I only ate 1,400 calories a day, but I'm expending 2,600 to 2,800. Now, I know we don't do calorie in, calorie out, but I would be very hungry. I would. Right. Or I just would be fasting and being in deep ketosis. And then I would be hopefully cannibalizing my own body fat. Hopefully.
And probably most of your muscle.
Probably most of my muscle, which I don't want. What is that called? Catabolic? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want that. Right. So I started Googling because I was like, is that a normal? I don't even know what's like, what are you supposed to expend in a day? I have no idea. So I started Googling it. Female, middle-aged female expending 2,600, you know what I mean? I don't know. And this article came up, which I sent to you. And it made me insanely angry. And I was like, okay, this is the first thing that comes up on Google. And this is what people who are Googling this kind of stuff are going to see. Not Vinnie Tortorich, not Eat Happy, not the NSNG PDF. They're going to see this absolute load of garbage. So, what is a calorie and how many calories should I eat to lose weight? And by the way, was this written in 1997, this article? Because that sounds like a title from a Cosmopolitan
that's magazine. I'm already seething, but go on.
Well, it was written on February 13th, 2020. So a year and a few months ago. Ready?
I can't wait, Hannah.
To lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you eat. Sounds easy, right? But what is a calorie? And many calories should you eat to lose weight? I think there's already a typo. Here's how it works. If you want, by the way, this is the #1 landing page on Google about calories. This is the first article that comes up about calories, okay? If you want to know how to lose weight fast, firstly, don't imagine you're going on a diet. The word conjures up images of restrictions and prohibitions around all the foods you love. It can set you up for failure before you've even started. Okay, the word diet, I agree, is a loaded word. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, but you see, I'm pissed even before that because this is the first thing that comes up.
I know.
When you Google search.
Right.
This is #1. I'm being shadow banned because I'm giving real information.
Same.
But this crap comes up.
Right.
First and foremost.
Written by somebody called Lucy Gornall, who's very cute. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, I'm sure she is. Wait, what's it written in? Which publication?
At good2.com. Good2know.com or good2.com. And it has a beautiful picture of avocado toast at the top.
Of course it does.
One of the simplest methods of how to lose weight is to count calories. The average woman needs to eat around 2,000 calories to maintain her weight and around 1,500 calories a day to lose weight. Don't know where she gets that figure, but that's what she says. In very basic terms, if you want to know how to lose weight, you just need to burn more calories than you eat. However, Sana Khan, nutritionalist and founder of Avicenna Wellbeing, says the role of weight management is more complex than simply counting calories. Weight management is governed by various physiological aspects, including hormones such as insulin and cortisol, health conditions that can be affecting weight, such as thyroid disease and so on. Okay. At least they said that. That's a small miracle when it comes to bullshit.
Yeah, but but that doesn't mean anything, Anna.
Well,
you create a shit sandwich and you say something real in the middle, but most of it is crap. I mean,
well, okay. Well, let me get to the rest of the shit sandwich then.
Go on.
What is a calorie? A calorie is simply a unit that measures the energy contained in food and drink. Calories are printed on the packets of pretty much all food and drinks, and if they aren't, it's easy to look them up. Tot them up throughout the day. Is that like a British thing to say total them up throughout the day and work out where you are without going over your desired amount. Now, you and I have spent countless hours talking about the mockery that nutrition labels are. So there's that. So it's just count them up, folks. I'm sure the food companies aren't lying at all.
No, number one, we know that they lie left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And exactly where calories are written, nothing about that needs to be factual. Nothing is made up. The only place that they really have to be factual is when they tell you the ingredients. And they don't even have to put percentage. They just have to show the biggest amount of any food
per volume
goes first, and on and on and on. The part under nutrition facts, there's nothing factual about that. It's a lie that it says nutrition facts, because number one, a calorie has nothing to do with nutrients. Calories are nothing more than a unit of measuring energy.
Right. And her definition is incorrect. That's not what a calorie means.
Nutrition facts. That has always driven me crazy. That alone.
So then the next section is, how many calories should I eat a day to lose 2 pounds a week? To lose, and this is again where I feel like we're in 1989 and I'm reading my grandmother's family circle, because I've read this since I was a child. To lose 1 pound a week, you need to eat 3,500 calories less than you normally do each week, or 500 calories less per day. This number is the same for everyone, regardless of weight. A pound of fat is equal to about 3,500 calories, so everyone must burn 3,500 more calories than they consume each week to lose a pound of fat. To lose 2 pounds per week, you need to double that.
So literally eating 3,500 calories less per week is going to magically, because there's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So magically, if you just stop eating that number of calories, you're going to magically lose that much in a week.
Yeah. So if I'm eating,
cutting out 7,000 calories is even better. You're going to lose double that. So you're telling me that you're going to lose, if you double that, you're telling me you're going to lose 8 pounds per month, white knuckling it, not getting enough calories. And how's that going to work out in the long run?
So for example, let's say I eat 2,500 calories of Oreos and Doritos that day. Let's say I eat that.
Okay.
She's saying, and now if I eat only 1,500 calories of Oreos and Doritos, it is inevitable I will lose weight, because a calorie is a calorie is a calorie, right?
Well, you know who used to say that just point blank?
Weight Watchers.
Weight Watchers was always, hey, you want to eat ice cream? Knock yourself out. We're going to ascribe points to that, which ran in line with calories, right? We're going to ascribe points to that. All you have to do is stay within your points, and we don't care. I remember people bragging about this in the 80s. Hey, man, I'm on Weight Watchers. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I can have 3 brownies with ice cream every night. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? And that's
it was a total thing to eat the trough of spinach so you could have a corner of a brownie on Weight Watchers. That was the whole gaming of the whole system.
Anna, it drives
and
me.
And then you were also starving.
And now we have this idiot bringing that back again.
Yeah. First page of Google. So this, hold on, it gets, but wait, there's more. It
can't get better, but go on.
It's going to. Exactly how you do that depends on your preference and lifestyle. The important thing to bear in mind is that it needs to fit easily into your life, so you stick to it. Quote, this is a quote from GP Dr. Melanie Wynne Jones. Quote, find a long-term, healthier way of eating that satisfies you, is affordable, suits your lifestyle, and provides all the nutrients you need. And then the author goes on to say, a 1,000 calorie a day diet should help you lose weight, but still feel full and satisfied. But just making tweaks on how you can eat can help with weight loss too. So 1,000 calories a day.
Anna, remember this kid? We had him on
Yes.
early on the show, and then I brought him on a couple of other times.
Yep.
Feltham. What was Feltham's British?
Sam Feldman or something?
Feltham, not Feldman.
Feldman.
Feltham.
Feldman. Sam Feldman. He's the kid who did 5,000 calories a day, high fat, low carb.
Let me explain exactly how he did
Right.
it.
I'm going to mute myself while I drink water.
Okay. Here's what he did. And I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly. But he first did, I want to say he went for 3 weeks and he ate just a high carb diet. It was considered, like a heart healthy high carb diet, lots of fiber, lots of.
But he overate calories intentionally.
5,000.
Yeah.
He measured out 5,000 a day, and it was like porridge, because that's what they call it over in England. It was cereals, but the healthy cereals and what have you.
The great nuts and whatnot.
He would have vegan type meal and the whole thing. A lot of rice, a lot of quinoa, all of this stuff, right? And he did this. And he recorded his waist went up within 3 weeks. His waist went up 2 or 3 inches, right? His blood pressure went up. He gained X amount of weight.
Right. Yeah. All of his blood markers were worse.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everything went
Markedly
down.
worse.
He gained weight and what have you. Okay. And then what did he do? He cleared out for, he ate normal for like 3 weeks or a month. Right. And then he went on a complete junk food diet and ate Oreos and ice cream and pies and just crap and Doritos or whatever the equivalent is in Europe, and just crap on top of crap. He ate a crap diet, only fast food restaurants and all that. Again, he gained the weight again. Oh, by the way, when he leveled out for a month, his weight went back to normal. This guy's in very good shape. He's a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
So he ate that diet. Blood went way off. Waist got really big, gained even more weight than he did on the good, healthy, high carb diet, right? But he ate 5,000 shit calories every day. He told me in interviews that he couldn't even sleep at night. He would be up all night. He couldn't fall asleep. He was agitated. He was irritable all the time. He was always sick to his stomach and what have you. And he gained weight. And then he did the same thing. He gave himself 3 weeks or a month. He leveled out again. He lost all the weight again. And then he did it a third time. He only ate high fat, healthy, high fat, saturated fats. That's all he ate. Fats and some protein.
I feel like he had leafy greens and cruciferous too.
No.
I think it was a high fat keto diet.
I know he was in control.
But he ate 5,000 calories of fat.
5,000 calories. And he lost weight. His waist that was already normalized went down another inch. He put on 3 pounds of muscle because he was doing a DEXA scan or whatever. He was actually, and by the way, he wasn't exercising. He was putting on muscle and sitting around. He didn't exercise in any of these 3 programs.
No.
And the guy, folks, go back, find that episode. I should run it as a best of. He's been on the show 2 or 3 times since then. It's amazing, Anna. It's amazing what that guy was able to do.
This lady, Lucy, what's her name, is telling people to eat a 1,000 calorie a day diet. And here's some tips. Here's some tips, folks, for you to eat 1,000 calories in an entire day. Number 1, love this one because it's 1992. Use a smaller plate. Okay.
Really? We're going back to that? Use
Number
a
2,
smaller plate?
Put 1/4 back. You filled your bowl with cereal / pasta / rice. Now take away a quarter and eat what's left. Okay. Again, trickery.
Anna, this is from 1982.
I know.
This is not
3,
92.
Eat more protein. Protein is filling. 4, avoid taking unnecessary calories from sugary drinks such as sodas. Okay.
Okay. You know what? A broken clock is right twice a day.
That's
A
true.
blind pig will find a truffle now and again.
This is amazing right here. Number 5, drink more water. Aim for 8 glasses a day. This keeps you
Oh boy.
another typo, nicely hydrated so that it's running efficiently. That alone can help you burn 96 more calories a day. What? Says who?
Based on what? That study's never been done. Never, ever.
Vinny, if you drink 8 glasses of water a day, you're going to burn 96 more calories. Not a calorie more, not a calorie less. Okay.
How do you do that study? Did Tim Noakes ever do that study? Because he's doing more studies like that than anyone else.
Now here we go. Number 6.
Has Stephen Finney and Jeff Volek done that study?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
So where's the study? I want to see a study on that.
Now you start to hear number 6, which sounds like, oh, we're getting to something now. Reduce your intake of carbs and sugars, but then immediate backpedaling. We're not suggesting you cut them out altogether. The NHS, which is the British, National Health Service, positively recommends them. Starchy foods such as bread, rice, potatoes, and pasta provide slow and steady energy throughout the day.
Bullshit. With those,
choose the whole grain versions and enjoy potatoes with their skins on.
Let me explain this, Anna. I'm sitting over here squeezing this thing because I'm losing my mind. Okay, here's the thing, folks. If you ate a sugary food like a candy bar, your ice cream, you this sort of thing, the apple pie, you get what's known as a spike. You get a glycogen spike, and it goes up and it comes right down. Think of a kid at a birthday party. They get there, they're running around, they're happy because their sugar spiked. And when it comes down towards the end of the party, they're all agitated, they're crying, and you're carrying them to the car. And
that's why the birthday parties are only 2 hours long.
Right. If you eat ice cream, you might get tired afterwards, and the whole thing, you get the spike, it goes down, your sugar drops below where it was before. If you're type 2 diabetic or type 1 diabetic, you know what happens with that. You got to take insulin just to get normal again. That's what regular sugar. Now, Anna, I want you to mention those foods again. You said pasta, bread, potato, name them again. These
bread, rice, potatoes, and pasta provide slow and steady energy throughout the day, but choose the whole grain versions and enjoy potatoes with their skins on.
Okay. Let me tell you how much bullshit that is. Because you know how I was talking about the glycogen spike, a glucose spike? Let me tell you about a glycogen load. A load. That's when you have bread, when you have pasta, when you have rice, and when you have your potato with the skin on. Your blood sugar spikes and it stays up. You see, when you do the straight sugar, it goes up and it comes down. With this, these long burning carbs they're talking about, it goes up, it stays up, and your body has to keep releasing insulin on top of that. And that's how you get type 2 diabetes. That's how you get fatty liver disease. Period.
Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
Non-alcoholic, unless you're an alcoholic. Then you get it both ways. You get it coming and going.
Well,
that's what happens.
Number 7, again, I can't believe we're still talking about this. Increase your fruit and veg. And again, I can't believe we're still conflating fruit and veg as being the same thing.
First of all, it should be eat your vegetables and fruit.
It never is, though.
No, we always say.
I don't think it's because of an alphabetical reason. I think it's because we want to have sweet things to eat.
Right.
And think that we're eating.
Your liver doesn't go, hey, that was an orange. I'm going to give you a buy round. Your liver is a meritocracy. Whatever you put in, it gives you. So let me tell you something. You put in an orange, you put in an apple, you put in a Snickers bar. Your liver sees them exactly the same. End of story. End of story. Where do you think sugar comes from? Comes from cane, it comes from beets, comes from fruit. Right?
Yeah.
Where you think your liver is going to go, oh, wait, this came from a pineapple. Oh, wait, it came from a banana. I'm not going to let it count. It might as well come from chocolate cake. I'm not making this stuff up, Anna.
No, I know. That's why when I was reading this article at 3 a.m, I was like, I sent it to you. I was like,
what else you got? You got more?
I don't know if you're up yet. I don't know if you're up yet, but
boy.
We need to talk about this.
What else? Please tell me she's done.
Well, then she gives a
Please.
daily calorie intake calculator, which is,
Oh,
that
dude,
whole
hell.
thing with the BMI and the thing and the activity factor and thing. And
She thinks she knows something about the basal metabolic rate. Is
Right.
that what we're going with this?
and then how many calories should I eat to lose weight with exercise? Because now it's about the other side of the bank, the withdrawal side of the bank. If you're making withdrawals, maybe it'll work even more faster. The average person burns around 1,800 calories a day doing absolutely nothing. According to the Healthy Eating Guide, don't know what this publication is, sitting burns an estimated 75 calories per hour. A sedentary woman aged 19 to 30 burns 18 to 2,000 calories daily, while a sedentary woman aged 31 to 51 burns about 1,800 calories daily. We go on, and then it goes on to say, what calories are burned for 30 minutes at different things. And I guess
I got enough.
it keeps going. It keeps going.
It just
8
keeps
calorie
going on this
counting
fucking
weight
calorie
loss
thing.
tips. Use the apps, count, get portion savvy. Don't eat straight out of the container. Use smaller plates. There's that one again. It's almost like they gave her like, we need you to write a 2,000 word article. So we need you to really hit your mark on this and just keep repeating shit. How many calories do I need to eat breastfeeding? Now she's giving that advice. Good Lord.
This woman should be hung by her toes. Yeah, the bottom line
That's pretty
is
much it. But I just couldn't. I was like, how is this still the number one page of Google after all that we've?
I know. It feels like we've done nothing all these years.
Haven't done anything. Nobody knows anything.
Yeah,
You should quit. You want to quit today?
I'm done. How many podcasts have we done, Anna? Can you look
A
it up?
million.
I'm
I
done.
will. I'll
I
look
quit.
it up.
I quit. I quit.
Al, you want to take it over? You want to take over this podcast, Al?
I'm depressed.
You should
Al's
be.
about to shoot himself, Anna. Make sure he doesn't get a gun.
1,870.
I read this in the 60s. Use a small dish. Well, I'll use a smaller dish, but I'll pile it 6 feet high.
Al knows the tricks.
Yeah, I know all the tricks.
Italian.
It's part of my Lenten sacrifice.
That's how Al got 100 pounds more than he needed.
Yes. I stopped moving.
And by the way, we were talking about this too. You're not a sweets guy. So how did that 100 pounds come on not moving and eating breads?
He
loves the
I'm
bread.
a bread addict.
Yeah.
I was a carbohydrate. By the way, that inn, Vinny, is Prospect Hill Inn, not farm.
Oh, I know where that is.
Cool.
Yeah. My Airbnb is much nicer, Al. Next time you come, you have to stay at my place.
I'd like to know what your rates are. I'll bring those steaks from that sponsor.
Belcampo? Yeah.
Yeah. If you bring Belcampo,
Do that, I'll give you a break.
Are they Italian, Belcampo?
Yeah, she went to Italy and learned how to cook. That's where she came from. I don't think Anya is Italian, but she cooks Italian. She looks Italian. Yeah, she's pretty hot, Al.
Wow.
She's a smoke show.
Wow.
I'm going to stop because she won't pay me my sponsorship fee.
if you call her a smoke show, that renders your sponsorship null and void.
She's gonna sue you for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
You're making her feel uncomfortable.
No, she's not that type of chick. She's a real one.
Famous last words.
Yeah, she's a good chick. And speaking of Italians, have we spoken about the olive oil yet?
No, not yet.
Why don't you tell everybody about Villa
Okay,
Cappelli?
here's what's going on. Villa Cappelli olive oil, as you guys know, is the best olive oil on the planet. They've been longtime sponsors of the show. I have stayed on the property. Lucy used to live there. It's a very, very high-end olive oil. However, as I recently spoke, I got a high-end olive oil here from a local producer, and it was more expensive buying it from down the street than Villa Cappelli charges. That's an issue I could take up with Steven. I don't even want to tell him because I don't want him to raise his prices, but he should. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But people, they do complain when they see how expensive real olive oil is, and it costs money. But it's delicious. Number one. Number two, he has a new thing on this on the landing page of the site, basically saying that the food, all the new products are coming soon, and I think that he might have some. Oh no, the damaged tins are now sold out. He took them off. Darn
Yeah.
it. For like 5 seconds, people were posting in the group that they were getting the damaged 3-liter tins. And, but it's coming soon. The oils, it'll be here probably within the week. So make sure you get your hands on some Cappelli olive oil. Sign up to get notified. That's the way to do it, because once it does come stateside, it's going to sell really quickly.
Yeah.
And I need to get some because I finally got more jars so I can make more sauce. So I need to get more olive oil because their olive oil is in my sauce, and you need to get more because it's in your vitamin D. And that's how much we love it. We put it in our products.
Yeah.
So
I'll buy it by the barrels.
Yeah. By the barrels. Get your hands on some Cappelli olive oil. Enter the discount code Vinnie, VINNIE, not with a wimpy Y. You get 10% off your order. So if you order, let's say you were ordering 1,000 3-liter tins, you would get 100 of those tins for free. That's how that math works out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's
Good.
great.
By the way, folks, Anna Vocino, she's not just a pretty face and a really good voice. The chick can cook. She's got how many sauces out there now? 3?
We've got the marinara, we've got the puttanesca, we've got the pink crema. I'm gonna make those for you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But what have you eaten so far that you've enjoyed, Al? He's had some things.
Oh, first of all, the marinara. I mean, not here, but home.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have had the marinara at home.
Oh yes, yeah. And Leslie, I call her Dorothy for Dorothy Hamill. She was skating. She was not cooking her homemade sauce. She was using the jarred, but it was great. So she won another gold medal. Dorothy Hamill. Leslie.
There you go.
Yeah. Is she around?
But we've been making some stuff. We made some carne asada. We made the lime cilantro.
It's outstanding.
Yeah,
This is
we made Santa Maria tri-tip for you. You'd never had that before.
Unbelievable. This is living the dream. I'm not going home.
He's not leaving, Anna. You got to start buying some fast food. Get rid of them.
I know.
Yeah, we're going to be hard to look at Anna. Anna just realized we're staying.
I told you if I blinked twice.
Yeah, it helped.
I just made the announcement nationally.
Never leaving.
We ain't leaving.
No, Leslie said she's moving in.
Oh,
I don't think she cares about you. She's like, I'm moving in.
That's great. Keep her. I'm out of here.
Al's done. He's
55 years of marriage this August, Vinny.
Oh, you've done your job. You can move.
I've done. I've earned my stripes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm married to a maniac depressive.
That's right.
Go figure. Oh, we're still.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. This is really
Thanks
great.
for being here, Al.
I'll see you next year when I visit again.
And Al, whenever you want to call, talk about anything, you know where to find me, man.
Oh, you've got it. And I hope to visit you sometime in Seaville.
Yeah, but don't tell anyone where I live, Al.
No. Yeah, I can meet you in front of the rotunda on campus.
We could do that.
Okay.
We could do that. Folks, go check out everything Anna Vocino is doing at annavocino.com. Also, Eat Happy Cookbook and Eat Happy Cookbook 2. And she's got all 3 of the sauces at Eat Happy Kitchen. Go check it all out. She's been cooking on the Monday show every now and then. She might cook next week or the week after. We shall see when she comes up with anything. So go check all of that out. For me, you know the deal. You go to Amazon, go to VinnieTortorich.com. First, click through the banner, bookmark it, use it every time. It puts coal on the fire, gets my train down the track. We also have the Superfan page, and I do appreciate, I see new people coming in every day. Thank you. It makes a big difference. I don't get to keep any of that money. It's how we keep the show running. So go do all of that. Before I end the show, I'm going to cut off